Today is the culmination of 6 years hard work as we've progressed our way from the Vanarama National League South. Today, we make our debut in the Premier League. Hello, it's a very warm welcome to episode 124 of From the Bottom to the Top as we try and take a National League South side, in this case Weymouth, from the bottom all the way up to the top. And this is our journey. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have for you two games as is usual on an episode. We're going to keep it, try and keep it sweet as anything. And we are going to play Chelsea away from home at Stanford Bridge, our first ever game in the Premier League. And then we will face the might of Tottenham for our first ever game at the Bob Lucus. And the question is, can we get off to a reasonable start? How will we fare? Have we brought in the players that have got the quality that might be able to sort of stand us in good stead for the season ahead in the Premier League? Have we brought anybody else in? That is the question. We'll find out the answers to a lot of those questions very, very shortly. But before we do, please just hit that subscribe button. It helps me so much here on YouTube. If you enjoy the content, you'd like to see more, you'd like to see me do other things, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you'd like to see me do. And just a big thank you very much. So please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, and all will be dandy. And it's a big thank you to you for doing the said thing. Right, let's get into it then. We did say let's have a quick check and see whether we've had anybody else in since the last episode. The answer to that is no. We have put a bid in for Mads Pedersen. I think in the last episode did say that we were struggling to get his wages in the right frame, wanted too much money basically. We have actually managed to make a bid, and a reasonable bid at that. Nothing too outstanding. I think he wanted 80-odd thousand at one point for a 33-year-old. Was absolutely ridiculous. But we didn't succumb to that, and we managed to get him down to 26,000. However, I did note in recent notifications that I think, let's have a quick look. Mads Pedersen, somebody's put in a bid for him. Where are we? Is always the way when you, here we go, offer for Mads. St Mirren have made an offer for Mads Pedersen. As is much in these cases, and one of the flaws of Football Manager, it doesn't base it on the team that you're in. I mean, Weymouth, we've come up through the leagues, we're in the Premier League, but Mads Pedersen will quite conceivably go to St Mirren and say that they've got a far stronger squad than ours. What do you do? What do you do? It's Football Manager. It's a pain in the what's it, and hopefully something they will fix in FM26 if and when it comes out. Right, there is one other thing to get sorted before we start today's episode, and that is a Carabao Cup second round draw. And thank you to Future Mark. Yes, the draw for the second round of the Carabao Cup. First time that we are in this competition as a Premier League team. And so let's draw the teams. Spurs will be at home at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. They will play Oxford United of the Championship. Salford, League One, play Fleetwood, also of League One. Bristol City, back in the Championship, having been relegated from the Premier League, will face West Brom, also of the Championship. Colchester will play Cambridge United, an all League Two tie, so a League Two side will go through to the next round. Bristol Rovers, also of League Two, will play Weymouth. We're playing Bristol Rovers. The arch rivals of Bristol City, of course. And we'll do the rest of the draw here is the rest of the draws. Let's have a look and see if there's any other buttes in there. Blackburn for the Premier League playing Nottingham Forest of the Championship. Bournemouth promoted to the Premier League, of course, playing Brighton of the Premier League, and all Premier League tie there. Let's have a quick look down. Everton. They are Everton of the Championship, of course, getting relegated, playing Stockport County of League 2. Leicester playing Stoke. Sheffield United will play Grimsby Town. Sunderland of the Premier League playing Hull City. Leeds United of Premier League playing Derby County of the Championship. Crystal Palace playing Barnet. An all London affair, that one. Fulham being promoted alongside us, of course, as runners-up in the Championship. Will play Cheltenham of League 1. Not an easy tie, that one. And the final Premier League side in the draw at this stage. Of course, the big boys, the European boys, come in at the third round. Aston Villa are away to Championship Watford. So there are a number of juicy ties there. We'll hand you back to Future Mark to see how that fits into the schedule. Well, thank you very much to Future Mark. Or is it Past Mark? It's Past Mark, I think, actually, for that particular draw. And yes, as you will see in the schedule, Bristol Rovers, arch rivals of Bristol City, my team. And we face them in the Carabao Cup second round before we progress in that. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, because today is the first ever game in the Premier League. It's the one that we've been waiting for. As I said, it is part of the culmination of the work that we've been doing here. We need to establish ourselves as a Premier League side. And can we go and equip ourselves in the right way? We're going to find out, because we're going to have a look at the team that will face Chelsea. And here is the team that will face Chelsea for this match, the first ever match Weymouth has had in the Premier League. And the side looks like this. Making his debut, Fedorchenko in goal in place of Yao Virginia, who's left us, of course. Yao, Olsen and De Bayo are our defensive line. Yao, of course, in now permanently after being in on loan from Internacional in Brazil before. Lawrence is the wing back on the left side. Whoever is the wing back on the right hand side making his debut today, deep line playmaker O'Grady Macken is in the midfield. Jesse Derry starts on the left with our new recruit Emre Goke, who we're hoping can hit the form that he hit in pre-season, takes up his debut position on the right-hand side of that attacking midfield. Darcy is sat behind Wakachu. Of course, we don't have any Nzingo in the squad. He's left. So no Nzingo. Darcy taking his place. And the bench looking like this. Winterbottom, Armitage, G, Holman, Denny, Patterson, Aponte, Adamson and Seeger. And here we are at Stanford Bridge for our first ever game in the Premier League. They're playing a 4-2-3-1 today. Arnie Slot is their manager. We're playing in our change kit today and playing our usual formation, of course. And the table means diddly squat because nobody's played a game as yet. Stanford Bridge looking pretty full. And we come onto the pitch for the first time. And it's Chelsea getting us underway. Jackson starting the match. And we have a highlight from the start, which a little bit of a worry on account that could mean trouble. Casido out to into the area, but it's cleared by De Bayo. But Derry gets there. And the referee's given a foul. Question whether it was in the penalty area or not. Is it a penalty or not? It is a penalty. Brought him down in the area. and Enzo can put Chelsea in the lead inside 2 minutes. And he's tucked it in the corner. Goalkeeper going the right way. Just couldn't get there. And Enzo Fernandez gives Chelsea the lead from the penalty spot. And our Premier League debut not going quite as we wanted it to. And just to add injury to insult, Ronan Darcy has picked up a potential groin injury just 7 minutes in, which is going to cause us a bit of a problem. Reece Russell-Denny is going to come on for him in behind Wakachu. An enforced change then. 8 minutes on the clock. Disasi. Oh, and Derry gets in there. Derry, what's he going to do with this? Derry has a shot, but puts it wide. In fact, it's a corner. Goalkeeper getting hands to it. Aston Villa have taken the lead against Sunderland at the Stadium of Light. Gorky swung in. It's headed clear, though. Derry to Gorky. Gorky forces another corner. Gorky. This one to the back post is headed in. But the goalkeeper is equal to it. James comes forward for Chelsea. And Lawrence trying to get a boot in there. Casido. James chips one in. And it's headed away, but not convincingly. Jackson flashes one across the goalmouth. In fact, I think he's gone for a corner, which means that Fedorchenko got hands to it. It's ball in. And it's headed over the top. We'll see now from behind the goal. James. Oh, this is Olsen heads it away. O'Grady Macken, not convincingly. Jackson gets the opportunity. And Fedorchenko apparently touched that. 8-0. 23 minutes on the clock. Medrick. All the way back to the goalkeeper. Desai. And Chelsea moving the ball around very nicely. Oh, Jackson, lovely feet. And we go 2 behind on 24 minutes. And, yeah, it's going to be a tough one. It was never, ever going to be an easy start away from home, 1 and 2 against a side like Chelsea. And Jackson and Fedorchenko couldn't do anything about that. We were beaten effectively by the feet. He's onside, just lovely feet. Just a tap, put it into the area. Coming up on the half-hour mark. Hato to Casido. Casido into the area. De Bayo gets rid of it, but not convincingly. Yao. Lawrence upfield to Derry. And we are on a counter now. Be good to get one back before half-time. Derry to O'Grady Macken. O'Grady Macken finds Zhou. Olsen back to Fedorchenko. O'Grady Macken. Gorky out to whoever who's picked up a yellow card. Cuts it into the area, and it's that man Gorky. Well, he started that, pushed it out to whoever, and obviously went on a run, and we've got one back on 31 minutes. It's not all doom, gloom, and despair. So here he is running across the field. You can see him into the area, met the ball, in off the goalkeeper. Thank you very much. Carboni with a free kick. Swung into the area, and poor defending. I think he may well have been offside. I'm hoping so. Keep it at 2-1. Oh, it's a goal. It's 3-1. And they've got back at us very, very quickly. This one into the area. And, well, they're just a little bit quicker than what we are. We'll see the lines now. There's the lines as the ball is kicked. Fernandez onside. Fedorchenko to Olsen. Olsen pumps it forward, but we've lost the ball again. Oh, and they're all over us. Oh, good ball. And Fedorchenko getting hands to that. Pushing it round the post. And a corner ensues. Headed away. James tidies up. Colwell. Mudryk straight into the arms of Ferdashenko. Half time has arrived. Very, very busy and what shall we say? Hard first half. A baptism of fire, to say the least. Disappointing that we lost Darcy after just 8 minutes, but we were behind after 2. Fernandes after 2 minutes from the penalty spot. Jackson with a crunching goal after a very fine touch in the penalty area on 24. Fernandes getting a third pretty much 10 minutes after Gorka seemed to get us back into the game after whoever supplied him. But Gorka off the mark. We've had 5 shots, 3 on target, 42% of the possession against their 12 shots, 8 on target, 2.39 and 59% of the possession. Yes, well, we are in the Premier League after all. First highlight of the second half, 57 minutes on the clock. De Gea with a free kick, but he's given it away to Mudryk. And Chelsea coming at us again. Jackson's in. Jackson puts it past Fedorchenko. And they go 4-1 up. And we're getting pulverised. Oh, dear. That ball. Who was that? Didn't get to it. With Grady Macken. And Fedorchenko can't do anything about it. And with 66 minutes on the clock, we're making 3 changes, further 3 changes. Of course, we had to make that one early on in the first half due to an injury to Ronan Darcy. But the changes that we've made are that we have taken off Henry Lawrence, who was having a poor day, and I mean a poor day, on that left wing back. Let's hope Pedersen comes in. Whoever's moved out to the left. Jack Holman comes in to replace Henry Lawrence, but on the right-hand side of that wing-back position. The other changes we made are Grady Macken also not having a great day. Russell Denny drops back into that midfield role, and we have brought on Stefan Adamson to replace Grady Macken, and change up front. Wakachu is replaced by Phil Seeger. And we have another injury. Jack Holman, 83 minutes on the clock. He has also picked up a groin strain, having come on the 68th minute. He's not played very long at all, and he's damaged his groin. So whoever's moving back to the right, and we're going to have to bring in a makeshift wing-back in the way of Travis Patterson. Well, no more highlights. And, well... yeah, reality dawns that this isn't going to be an easy task. Maybe we do need to bring in a couple more players, and certainly somebody who can hit the target up front. But I have to say that Fedorchenko has had a great day in goal. In fact, if you look at the stats, I think perhaps he's kept us in the game and avoided a cricket score, as it turned out. Just that one goal in the second half, 3-1 at half-time, 4-1 overall. And, well, let's have a look at the match stats. They had 24 shots, 13 of which were on target. So you can see Fedorchenko has had a good day. 3.72 on the XG, 59% of the possession. We had 6 shots, just 4 on target, 0.78 and 41% of the possession. Welcome to the Premier League. Well, we come back for the injury news. Jack Holman, who came on in that second half, he's going to be out for 4 to 5 weeks. It says 4 to 7 up here because we're going to leave it to the physio, but he's out short term. And Ronan Darcy, he's going to be out for 3 to 4 weeks with a similar injury. That's not good news. 2 of our backup players already injured, and that is not good. Bad day at the office, to say the least. Let's have a look at the results from today's matches. And there they are. That leaves us rock bottom of the Premier League. But there is only one game played, and who knows? can we go on and get some results against our next opponents? Tottenham managing a 1-1 draw against Manchester City, who took the lead after 22. Kolevsky giving Tottenham an equaliser after 62 minutes. The other sides that came up with us, Fulham, they've had a good start to their Premier League season. They drew 1-1 with West Ham. And the other team coming up, of course, with us, I think was Bournemouth. Looks like they play on Monday night because they face Liverpool. So those results still to come in. That's where we are then. Not much to tell you. We have 8 days down to the game against Tottenham Hotspur at the new Bob Lucus Stadium. We'll come back just ahead of that with any team news and any other news, transfers, etc., etc. Well, we've arrived at match day, our debut game in the Premiership at home at the new stadium, the Bob Lucas. It's going to be a sellout, I can tell you that. But there have been a number of games. We're playing on Sunday. A number of games played on Saturday, including the Manchester derby. Manchester City beating Manchester United, and Chelsea also beating Leicester 3-1 in their second game of the season. Arsenal beating West Ham in the London derby 4-0, which means the table looks roughly like this at the moment. If we can get a win, we could push ourselves up to upper mid-table. And depending by how many goals we could get up there, but it's a bit of a tall order as it is. We have moved up to 19th by virtue of Leicester having a worse goal difference than us, having played 2 games as well. So all to play for in that today's games. Southampton playing Brentford, we're playing Tottenham, and the Monday game is Brighton versus Leeds. But for now, all we need to concentrate on is giving our good account of ourselves at home at the Bob Lucas for the first time in the Premier League. Let's go and have a look at the side that will face Tottenham. Well, there's a bit of late news coming in before we look at the teams, and that is that Mads Pedersen, the Danish international, has come in and joined us. He has joined us on a 1-year contract, I think it is, for 26,000, and he can play left or right side of the wing-back position. As you'll see, he's not been too bad in pre-season. Let's hope he can continue that into the full season and give us a little bit of oomph down that left-hand side of the pitch. That's what we're hoping for. And Mads Pedersen is the player that has come in. So, without any more to do, let's have a look at the team that will face Tottenham. And here is the team that faces Tottenham in our first ever Premier League match at the new Bob Lucas Stadium. And the side looks like this. Fadrashenko continues in goal. Yao G comes in for Charlie Olsen in the centre of defence. De Bayo is alongside him. Pedersen makes his debut on that left wing-back position. O'Grady Macken continues in central midfield. Whoever is out on the right. Derry is on the left. Emery Goke is on the right. Wakachu drops to the central attacking midfielder with Sager up front. The bench looking like this. Winterbottom, Armitage, Olsen, Lawrence, Russell Denny, Patterson, Aponte, Adamson and Jefferson make the bench. And here we are at the new Bob Lucas. First time we've been here. I'm playing our usual formation with our new players in. Tottenham drew their first match, and they are playing a flat back 3 with a defensive midfielder and 2 midfielders. It's a very defensive looking setup. So we'll see how we compete against them. Playing in our new home kit for the first time. And a highlight from the start. Again, Sager getting us underway. Derry to Wakachu. Wakachu over the top to Sager. Sager gets a shot. Sager puts it away. Question of whether he was offside. He did look offside, to be fair. Just went a little bit too early, I think. Yeah, it is disallowed. and won't count. Did look like it, but we've put a ball in the net, which is quite good. Yeah, see the ball now. Yeah, he's definitely gone too early. Quintanga, and they're in. Are they in? A good save by Fedorchenko, and he's offside. Oliver Skip offside, and we saved the day. But what's going on here? Boldy has a throw-in. 19 minutes on the clock. Tottenham having a go at us on a fortuitous shot there. Tottenham on the attack again. This ball away. And, I don't know who that was, but he was outrun by Boldy. Gorka trying to get to the ball and just run out of steam. Completely. Van de Ven in the defence for Tottenham. And, Tottenham had the best. We've not had a chance yet, apart from the one that we scored and disallowed. And they're moving the ball around nice. Quintana. Pero. Oh, flashed that over the top. Kalavazevsky. And living on borrowed time at the minute. 25 minutes on the clock, of course. Quintana. Poro. And fell not particularly nicely for Kalavazevsky. The ball's loose. Chipped in. Headed away. Back into the area. Quintana. And yeah, it's eventually gone in, but I'm not sure what happened there because it seemed to come back off the stuff behind. I'm not quite... Looked like it hit the back. And then... Or did it come back off the post, possibly? We'll see now. Oliver Skip. Oh, no, it was deflected. Yeah, hit the post and fell nicely for Wahi, who put it away. Fedorchenko couldn't get there. And we've gone a goal behind after 41. A question of offside. Not offside when this ball was played. Okay, with a corner. Short one. And Sega's been brought down in the penalty area. Are we going to get back on terms? We are. Well, I say we are. Gorka, I think, will take. No, he's not. Gorka is on the out. He's probably the best penalty taker. Grady Mackham puts it away. He's got on the score sheet. And we are level after 44 minutes. On the stroke of half-time. Grady Mackham straight down the middle almost. Goalkeeper going for the bottom corner. And half-time, we are level. Tottenham been all over us, really. 9 shots, 3 on target, 2.42 and 50% of the possession. We've had much better possession this game than we did against Chelsea. 3 shots, 2 on target, 1.06. Well, Sega's goal rolled out after 1 minute, where he getting a fortuitous goal after 41 minutes, but just 3 minutes later, Grady Mackham from the penalty spot, getting us a level, and we go in at half-time looking a bit dandier than we did in the last game. 48 minutes on the clock, and Tottenham have a goal kick. Doyle comes forward. Utarina. Oliver Skip goes out wide to Poro. And that's gone through to Quintana. Quintana chips one in. It's headed away by De Beo, but only as far as Boldy. And they're back in the attack. Oh, Doyle's been allowed to get away, but Sega heading that upfield. And Velasquez back to a 1-0 in goal. And through to Wahi. And Wahi scored before. Wahi scored his second. And we go behind again on 50 minutes. Left it to Fedorchenko. Ball flicked on by Kalavazevsky to Wahi. And Wahi just had the goalkeeper to beat. and managed to do. And another goal kick. 60 minutes we're coming up to. It's going to be a tough old season. Two tough matches to start, I guess. But they don't get any easier. Manchester United up next. I've got a feeling it's at Old Trafford, which doesn't help in the slightest. And they are through. Wahi onto a hat-trick. He's flashed it over the top this time, though. And I'd like to think that Fredoshenko put him off. And he's getting the run on our defence. Yao, nowhere near him. And with 62 minutes on the clock, making two changes at this juncture in time, we have taken off Mads Pedersen. Not had a particularly good debut game. And he is off, replaced by Henry Lawrence. And the other change that we've made is up front. Wakachu moves up front. We've taken off Phil Seeger. And we have replaced Phil Seeger with Paul Aponte, who goes out wide. And he has... we've moved Emre into that midfield behind Wakachu. And we've made our final three changes. O'Grady Macken's come off. Reece Russell, Denny, Jesse Derry is off for Patterson. And our final change is Goke, who's sort of getting tired, has come off and has been replaced by Adamson. Ponte goes up front. Wakachu dropping back into that midfield role. And with 83 minutes on the clock, another goal kick for Tottenham as they come forward. And might be able to get our first points on the board. Whoever, to Reece Russell Denny, whoever finds G, Reece Russell Denny. And that's a poor ball. Fernandez, until he's only just come on and he's been brought down. Referee will do with that and flashed wide. Not sure who brought him down. It was Reece Russell Denny tripping his player in midfield, but nothing given. Poroshenko out to Lawrence. Lawrence, who's come on. He's cut that inside. Reece Russell Denny. Joe to Adamson. Adamson puts it away. His first goal of the season. And we are back level on 86 minutes. And maybe there are points in this game after all. And can we go on and sneak a win? This is the question. Nice ball. Adamson pulled it down. Adamson created the space and beat Owano. And we picked up our first points in the Premier League. And we've done it the hard way. Wahi picking up player of the match. I'm not surprised. One key pass, one clear-cut chance, 2 goals, an 8.2 for him. And a good afternoon. He has had... goals on 41 and 50, but we did manage to peg him back. Stefan Adamson, super sub on 86 minutes. We had 6 shots, 3 on target, 1.34, 52% of the possession. They had 16 shots, 7 on target, 4.17 on the XG, and 48% of the possession. I think we thwarted them a little bit. They should have scored 4 goals. And good day at the office for Joe, whoever, Grady Macken, and Stefan Adamson coming on, and probably was our best player on the pitch as it turned out. That's how it's finished. Let's go and have a look at how that leaves us at the end of the episode. Well, we pick up our first points in the Premier League. A 2-2 draw against Tottenham moves us out of the bottom 3. And, we are just there, sitting neatly at 17th place. but still a long way to go. Chelsea, Aston Villa, both went 100% records. Manchester City and Southampton have won one and drawn one, not yet to lose this season. Leeds play Brighton on Monday to see how they go. Right, I don't think we could miss this, so we are going to come back for the next two games, and then we'll see. May move on a little bit and see how we progress, but we're going to come back for the game at Old Trafford, another tough match at the start of our season. They did get a little bit easier potentially after that. We'll see how we go, and then of course our Carabao Cup debut in the Premier League against Bristol Rovers at the Memorial Stadium in Bristol, and we'll see if we can progress to the third round of that competition. I will come back with any more transfer news. I can tell you one other thing. We have put in a bid for George Tanner. He is a right wing back, and we've bid for him to see if we can get him in. And as I say, more news about that when you come back next time. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. It's not been the start that we would have hoped, but at the end of the day, it was always going to be a toughie. And whether we would make the grade coming up into the Premier League, but at least we've got a point on the board. We're underway, so to speak. If you've enjoyed today's episode, then leave me that big thumbs up. Subscribe, hit the notification button. That keeps you up to date with all future episodes of Bottom to the Top. And of course, our other series, Going Dutch, and all the other videos that we do, tutorials, shirt videos and tactics videos and all the rest of it. Keeps you up to date with all those. And new episodes of Bottom to the Top released every Thursday at 4:15 p.m. Best way of keeping up to date with all that's happening and when it's happening is to follow me on X at JustOffsideFM. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next one. It's going to be episode 125, or a trip to Old Trafford and then to Bristol and the arch rivals of Bristol City. Can we beat the gas? Let's hope so. Till next time, goodbye.